Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we look at the licensed BMW Mini Cooper World Rally Championship 1/18 scale radio control car. Wow, that's a lot of words. Anyway, this being a licensed product pretty much means that it is pretty much the exact or near exact replica of the real thing. I mean, the amount of detail on this, it makes it more than just a toy. It's actually a true collectible. And you know, in addition to just having it being a nice piece of eye candy sitting on your desk at work or in your home office, you can actually really drive this thing. It has a radio control unit, and you can drive it around on your kitchen floor or in your garage or even outdoors and have fun with it, right? And yeah, so I'm looking at it right now and I can see a lot of detail inside the car. I see even dials, I see a steering wheel, chairs. It's really cool. So, enough chit chat. Let's take this baby out of the box and look at her in a bit more detail. Let's go now. So here we have, ladies and gentlemen, the BMW Mini Cooper World Rally Championship R60 radio controlled vehicle. Now this is a 1/18 scale model, and it's also a licensed model. So you have a lot of detail in this thing. So excuse the box, the box has been a little battered because I had it in storage, and I finally got around to taking it out of storage so that I can actually play around with it and share my experience with you guys. So as you can see, it has, you know, your basic remote control functions where you can go forward and back. They say it can accelerate, so that I'm gonna verify for myself, because I know with a lot of these vehicles usually you get one speed. It's not variable speed, but it says here accelerate, so that will be interesting to check out. There's a left and right, of course, functions, and this also has fully functioning lights in the front and the rear. So as you can see, in addition to your regular lights, we have these fog lights, so it would be really cool to see how bright they light up. Yeah, so what else is in the box? Here's the bottom of the box, and you know, basic instructions on, you know, how to install the batteries and the remote control unit. So as you can see here, the remote control unit uses a 9-volt battery, and it's your trigger type controller, where you have your little steering wheel. I believe this also has a nice rubber padding on it, so it feels nice to the touch. And you have your throttle control and some other stuff. Alright, and yeah, I believe this is for children 8 and up. So as I always say, if you're 8 or 80, you can use this. And there you go, 1/18 scale. Alright, so enough talk, let's get it out the box. Tab here at the back. There's another thing here at the side. I always love opening packages. It always feels like Christmas. Yep, you go. So inside the box, I have some crumpled up paperware, and it's just instructions on how to install the batteries, and it's not rocket science. And here's also another piece of paper, and I believe it says the same thing, but yeah, pretty much similar thing. How to install the batteries, how to drive it. So here we have our World Rally Championship R60 Mini Cooper. It's a BMW vehicle, of course, licensed. And look at that detail. Wouldn't this be something you want on your desk? I think I would actually have it as a model more so than driving it. Anyway, let's take it out of the cardboard. Usually these things have some screws keeping them in. Yep, so there's a couple screws there for the car, and there's one here on the side for the radio control unit. So let me just unscrew these and let's continue the video review. Okay, so I just undid the screws on the car so that can come out. And I have one screw here at the back to take off the controller. So let me do that now. As you can see, I'd started. Let me just finish unscrewing this. I think I can use my hand here. Oh, yes I can. So here's the controller. So here's the car, and as you can see, it has a lot of great detail. And here's the controller. So before I show the car, let's just look at the controller for a second. So what I like about these controllers, because I have a Bmw Z4, same controller and everything, the antenna can actually come off from storage and you screw it in like so. And when you're using it, of course you put batteries in it and extend the antenna, and the range of the antenna is about a foot when it's fully extended. But what I find about these things is that you can easily lose these antennas, or they can break when in storage. So the designers created this little slot here, a little cradle, and it just sticks in place, and as you can see, it doesn't fall out or anything. So that's the antenna. So if you're seeing my RC videos for the first time, and this is the first time you're seeing this controller, let me just quickly go through some of the features. So these controllers actually run off of a 9-volt battery. Now to get access to the battery compartment, you need a screwdriver to loosen this Phillips screw here. Now for those of you who are concerned about children swallowing the screws actually stay in place, they don't come out. There's a little clip on the back of the screw that keeps the screw in place, but you can undo it enough that you can open the hatch like that, and then inside there you have your 9-volt battery that can fit in that compartment there. And then you want to put it back together, put the battery in, and then you just turn the Phillips screw a couple of times clockwise till it stops turning, and then the battery is securely in place. Other features, so at the top here we have our on-off switch, right? And there's a little red LED that will come on to indicate that you've powered it on. And here's your throttle control, and as you can see, there is a spring mechanism that puts it back in. It makes it fall back in place when you let it go. And at the back here, this one is rated at 27 megahertz as far as the communication frequency. So I do have another one of these models. As I said, it's a Bmw Z4, and I made sure that the frequency is obviously different to this. I think that one is a 49 megahertz. So what's good is that you can drive both of these cars together. So those of you who are interested in seeing the Z4 unboxing, I do have, there should be a link somewhere in this video where I think maybe near the bottom, where you can actually look at that video as well. Anyway, so here's the steering wheel mechanism. Again, spring control in that when I let it go, it goes back into the straightforward position, which is good. And it has a nice rubber grip to it, so you can drive for hours and hours and hours and have a nice comfortable grip for your hands. And that's just pretty much about it. It's a nice little good looking controller, and it has everything in place for you to do your job pretty well. So let's get to the real belle of the ball, I call her. So here we have our World Rally Championship Mini, and as you can see, the front looks very nice with its 4 fog lights and headlights and full grille. Anyone familiar with this car in real life would realize it pretty much is the exact replica of the real thing. It's just 1/18 the size of the real thing. There's the side view, and there's the back, and there's the other side. Now what I really love about this as well is that the detail. If I move this close to the camera, you should be able to see inside the car, right, where you can see the seats. There's also cockpit, like it's really detailed. You can see the dashboard, all the dials and everything are in there. There's even a roll cage. You have the WRC logo at the top. Championship. Even on the rear spoiler itself, there's all the decals there as well, just like on the real car. And this is number 37, of course. And there's the back view again. Now, as far as the wheels, this is yeah, as I suspected, a rear-wheel drive car only. And as you can see, there is a differential in that, you know, when I move my wheel one way, the other wheel moves the other way. So it means it has a built-in differential. Now, the on-off switch is here, as you can see. And to access the battery compartment, you just simply pull back this tab here, and there's your bay for your 4 AA batteries. Alright, and now what I want to show here as well, the front wheels do have spring shocks, which is good. Alright, good for driving. And then the rear wheels, there's no shock, but what I do notice is that, if I can show you here, there is a bit of a rocking motion on the back wheels. Alright, so you get that rocking motion there. Yeah, so now what I like too is that even the side mirrors have mini mirrors in them, so there's a little reflective surface on each side mirror, which is really cool as well. This car, to be honest, you can have this, as I said, on your desk as a model piece when not in use, and you know, when you want to drive it around, you can race it around the floor. So what I'm going to do is, I don't have batteries, funny enough, but I do plan to go shopping for a ton of batteries because I have quite a few RC vehicles I want to demo in terms of what they look like when they drive. So this is one of them as well that I will do a demo in part 2 of this video, how well it drives. So I think I did mention, if I didn't, I'll mention it now. These headlights, and I assume these fog lights, are fully functioning LED lights, so they do light up, as well as the rear lights here as well. Let me just hold this close to the camera so you can maybe get a look inside the cockpit itself, and you can see the detail that I'm talking about. One last thing I want to show you is the trim adjustment, so you can actually adjust the. So one last feature that I forgot to mention is for the, there's a little switch here along the bottom that you can use. Let me turn it this way. You can use to adjust how straight your car drives. So you can adjust the front wheels pretty much, the alignment, by just moving that little switch from left to right. So if you want to get yourself one of these or a couple of these, I do have a link at the bottom of this video, below this video, where you can get these off of Amazon. And yeah, they're really great radio controlled models. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do two things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is, you just have to enter your email address once, and it will automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner, to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next, new stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's a really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day.